Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Performing for the troops is very honoring, it's very humbling, and it changed my perspective on war. I've never been military. I've always been civilian. But seeing what they live with and what they deal with, it made me realize that civilians here in the States, we waste resources, and that puts the men and women that serve our country in harm's way. And what I mean by wasting resources is, I don't understand why we send any good American men and women to fight in any overseas conflict when you and I are fully aware that every major city in America has a gang problem and gangs are always fronting for territory. If we need to fight ISIS, why don't we round up the Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings, MS-13, send them over. If they win, great. If they lose, great. Either way, no one we care about gets hurt, and we get to see whether or not G can do a drive-by from a Camelback. And it's the same thing with Afghanistan, wasting resources. I spent a month there. Now, technically, we won in Afghanistan, but we still have 14,000 troops there. And Afghanistan is the most landmined country in the world. And Army engineers have to dig up and defuse those landmines. Dangerous job, they get hurt. Again, I ask, why? Why are we sending our friends and family, and mothers and fathers, and brothers and sisters to a foreign country to dig up their landmines when you and I are fully aware that our tax dollars support an overcrowded prison system full of able-bodied cable watchers? Right now, reality television is popular, and reality television is profitable. You want to reduce the deficit or the tax burden we carry on our shoulders? Well, then empty the prisons. Take prisoners, send them to Afghanistan, and create a reality show called Duck, Duck, Boom! Mentioned reality television. My wife watches reality television. I'm not a fan. She watches The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Anybody want to fess up? One, woo, right there. Oh, clap your hand. Wow, ooh, horrible. Here's why I don't like The Bachelor and Bachelorette. First, the biggest reason is they get marriage wrong. They just say it's about falling in love and getting married. I just want to fall in love and get married. Well, that's where marriage starts. That's not where it ends. Marriage is not about being in love. It's about falling in love, being in love. But marriage is about patience and tolerance and, yes, of course, acceptance. Marriage is about being with someone that loads the dishwasher like a complete psychopath. And every time you open the dishwasher door, you think, was someone playing Jenga in there? And you want to hurt them a little bit. Not a lot, not like an OJ stabby hurt. Maybe a kick to the shins. But you don't hurt them. Marriage means you take a deep breath. You take a deep breath. You swallow that anger down deep. Yeah, it's going to give you cancer someday. But you swallow it down. And then you count to 5, 10, or 70. And when you feel better, then you rearrange the dishes so they make sense. 2 bowls facing one another. Oh, there we go. Yeah, bowl, spoon in the dishwasher. It's ironic. Mentioned my wife, we have kids. I worry about my kids and what kind of world they're going to step into. Any parent worries. I can only control what happens under my roof. I can't worry about, I can't fight what happens in society. Society is a very powerful source. And society changes people. Like right now, we make fun of millennials. We call them snowflakes. We call them the participation trophy generation. And I do too. I think it's fun picking on them. But they did not raise themselves. Someone instilled that in them. Yeah. One day they were a kid and went, I lost. And the parent went, no, you didn't. Here's your 8th place ribbon. Yeah. That's what I worry about with my kids, is when society changes, and something happened over my lifetime that set society down a very perilous path. Playgrounds changed. Playgrounds. When I was a kid, playgrounds were paved over, made of concrete, some other hard surface. Anybody play on a concrete playground as a kid? Yeah. When you fell down on a concrete playground, what happened? You got hurt. But you learned caution and respect for the world around you. Kids don't get that lesson anymore. I learned at age 6 not to mess around. When I was 6, I went to a concrete playground. I got on some swings. I started going back and forth and back and forth. Guess what I did when I got to the top? Jumped. And as soon as I got in the air, I went, that was a bad idea. Because I saw the concrete, busted my leg up on the concrete. I limped home crying. But back then, parenting meant my dad took one look at me and he started laughing. What'd you learn? That's what he asked me. I'm a child, I'm crying. I would like a hug. I would like a ride in an ambulance. Wee, wee, wee. But then I realized, oh wait, I'm not gonna jump off the swings again. Pain taught me a lesson. But somewhere about 30 years ago, I don't know, 25, 30, some kid fell down on a playground, made it home crying, and the parent didn't ask, what did you learn? The parent went, oh, you sweet little angel, you hurt yourself. It's not my fault, not parental responsibility, not here, it's not your fault. I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna sue the city, the county, the state. I'm gonna make them make playgrounds out of Nerf. That way when kids fall down, they bounce back. Just like Bumbles bounce. In fact, I'm gonna sue to protect all kids, and that's why kids today are a bunch of Nancy Pantses. That's what happened. I didn't know this until I became a dad. I took my kids to a playground. I hadn't been to one in like 20 years. I had no reason to be. I'm not a pedophile. Why would I go to a playground? I don't even own a trench coat. So I took my kids to the playground, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, hey, where's the merry-go-round? And my wife said, oh, it's gone. I'm like, why? She goes, it wasn't safe. I'm like, yeah, I know it wasn't safe, but it was fun. And she said, yeah, but kids would fall off. And I said, no, kids would fall off once. They would fall off once, and then they learned to hold on with everything they had. The game became trying to get your friend to fall off and get hurt. If he got stitches, you won. But nope, you have to protect kids so they can't even be in the presence of danger. Got to take away the merry-go-round, and they changed the teeter-totter. They knew and improved the teeter-totter. My daughter found it. She went over and went on this little spring-loaded board that can only wobble a couple inches on either side. She starts going, boingy, 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 boingy. I'm like, well, that's lame. My wife said, well, it's safe. I'm like, no. No, the teeter-totter doesn't go boingy, boingy, boingy. Back in the day, the teeter-totter went up and down and up and down. And when you were on top, your friend looked at you. Smiled a wicked smile, yelled cherry bomb, jumped off, you fell to the ground, busted your butt, and it hurt. But you learned not to trust people. That is a very important lesson to learn in life. Now, I know who is overprotecting kids, and I've already hinted at it. Moms, you need to dial it back. Moms overprotect kids. They're the ones making society soft. And I know it's moms because I watched my wife transform into one. She used to just be this normal person, and then suddenly it's like, this baby is growing inside of me. I will always take care of it, no matter how old it is. I will always protect it. Dads aren't like that. Dads are like, if you wander into traffic and get killed, we'll make another. Okay, not all of you are on board. I will prove what I just said. I will prove it using you. I don't know any of you, but I will prove using your childhood, your mom protected you. Think back to your childhood right now. Pick a nice spring day. You're driving in a car with your mom. Sky is blue, it's not too hot, not too humid. You got the radio on, you're bouncing in your seat. Suddenly, she had to slam on the brakes. What did she do at the exact same time? You just did it? Yeah. She shot out the mom arm. Yeah, you're nodding. You've had it happen. You've done it, right? She caught you because she cared. Driving along, slam on the brake. Ah! In fact, she cared so much that 9 times out of 10, you got hurt more by her catch than the stop. She panicked and clotheslined you. Well, thank you for saving my life, Mommy. May I have a new larynx for my birthday? But you know, she went for the brake, she went for you. It happened all at once. Now, put your dad behind the wheel of the car. There was no such thing as a dad arm. In fact, not only would your dad not catch you if he had to slam on the brakes, your dad would slam on the brakes on purpose to settle you down. Dad and his sons right there. Yes, yes. My son is the 5-year-old. I said I have a daughter that's 7. I have 2 kids, 7. He is potty trained as well. I'm going to use a prop here for this next section of comedy, prop comedy. He, however, goes to the bathroom interestingly. He's a little fella for a 5-year-old, so whenever he has to go to the bathroom, no matter what it is, this is what he does. He eyeballs the toilet, approaches it dead on, climbs up top, and then squats down. Again, the dad with sons laughing. Some of you staring blankly. We don't have kids. This is just weird. Or you have to. This is what my son does, no matter what. And a couple weeks ago, I go walking by the bathroom, and I see him doing this. He likes to leave the door open. He likes to share what's going on. So I talk to him. I say, hey, buddy, what's going on? He goes, nothing. I ask, do you have to poop? He goes, no. I ask him, do you have to pee? He goes, I already did. So then why are you just squatting there? He goes, there's no toilet paper. Don't cover your mouth when you laugh, ma'am. Just let it out. Just laugh. It's much better for you. So what I did is he's just squatting there waiting. So I show him, like, oh, okay, buddy. Well, we always keep spare on hand. It's in this drawer. If there's no toilet paper on the roll, just open this drawer. And I pulled it out. I said, see, it's right here. I tore off one square. I handed it to him. He dabbed his ding-a-ling, wiped his mouth, and then dropped it in the toilet. So I said the only thing I could think to say at a moment like that, which was, good job, buddy. Why don't you go give Mommy a kiss? Let her know that you love her. My name's Nathan. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate your time.